All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 5 of On the Ropes. I am your host, Oscar Rendon, and with me as always.
Ray Dunmeyer.
And tonight we have a very special episode for you guys. We've got not one, but two members of the Bum Rush Brothers. They're the only members because they're a tag team, former Dynamo Pro Tag Team champions. And guys, we got an exclusive interview with them just for you guys. We're excited. We had a lot of fun making this. They call out Travis Cook. We talk about Kevin Owens. We talk about the rise of GCW and the fall of GCW. We talk about the birth of Dynamo Pro Wrestling and so on and so forth and the future. So guys, strap on and please enjoy the ride.
To go to that Saturday and then that Sunday. But if he's talking about tickets, like $70-something, and I'm like, I mean, you know.
Cheaper than what we paid.
Yeah, where are you guys gonna be at?
We're second row.
Oh, see, well, yeah, that's the thing about it. If you on the floor, yeah, if you ain't within the first 2 or 3 rows, don't even bother.
I did.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
did, or I did.
He did Royal Rumble.
Royal
like,
Rumble, but we were
Yeah.
5th row behind the announce table.
See, that's
it
not too
was
bad.
just
It just
silly,
sucked.
you couldn't
Yeah.
see- you
See, that's the
couldn't
thing
see
about
it.
it, man. If you're not with the first 3 rows, it's just
Well, it's like when Kofi was doing all of his outside stuff. You saw his legs up.
yeah.
I mean, other
But
than
you
that,
see
Yeah,
anything
when-
else? You too busy watching Tron,
Yeah.
and it's like, why am I here when we're
The
watching
Raw
Tron?
after Owen died, I had like row I,
Mm.
and when they came out and did the ringing the bells and everything,
Yeah.
me and my twin were standing on the seats and still couldn't see over.
Right. See, the ones I like to get is where you're level with the ring, and I think that's section
Yeah,
like
that's
310 or 318 or something like that.
We usually get.
I think it's like, 104.
Yeah, it's probably the opposite side
Yeah.
of that. So yeah, that's where I usually like to be at.
Yeah.
You know,
That's usually what we get, but it's like, those battlegrounds are like, oh.
it's a pay per view. You know, so you
We'll
splurge
see
a
what
little bit
happens.
more.
When I went to SmackDown that was here a few years ago, I had like right in the corner, but it was in the lower
kinda-
bowl,
yeah, yeah.
but right in the corner, like great seats.
Right.
But it was SmackDown taking. They had the whole top bowl
Oh,
tarped off, and the whole other side tarped off, where they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. I think that was, I don't know when was that. 2010? 11?
11, something like that. That was I think Ace
Was that when Ace did the job to Ryback?
no, well, not Ryback, or I think it was fucking big old goofy
Yeah, Ryback.
no
Big Show?
no
Great
big old,
Khali.
no big old goofy black guy that's not even in,
Oh,
Not even
Brodus
there anymore?
Clay.
yeah, Brodus Clay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He jobbed to that guy.
I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody did job doing that.
Yeah, I think that was back when Edge retired. SmackDown.
Maybe.
Like, that was like a iffy time because
Right.
they were like announcing like on rumor sites like SmackDowns weren't selling as well.
Right.
So like they didn't know what to do because Edge had just retired.
Mhm.
It was,
I know SmackDown was at a lull for a second.
It's getting back up.
It is getting back up there now.
Like I'd rather watch SmackDown now than Raw sometimes.
I barely watch either show. The only show I watch in the regular is NXT.
Yeah.
Every
Oh,
week,
yeah.
I don't miss it. I don't miss it.
You can't
I
watch
have been watching. I have been watching Raw lately though. Now that Kevin Owens has been there, and that's crazy. Like I'll watch his segment, and then I'm kind of like, all right, I'm.
I gotta pay my bill.
Right. It's all good.
All right. So I mean, we're sitting here with Shorty Biggs, Outtkast, also known as the Bum Rush Brothers.
What's going on, Will? Thanks for having us, fam.
I mean, no problem. I mean, so we're already on Kevin Owens. I mean, so that's a big thing for you guys. 'Cause,
Right.
Like, he's kind of like you guys, you know?
Mhm.
Someone who probably you look
Short
at.
and fat? What?
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking that too. Like turn around. That's all good. But wait, I'm still the fat one. You lost a lot of weight. You're good. You're good.
No, he's like
Stay
one
at
of
the
you
bars.
guys coming from independence and like when you look at him, maybe like say like 10 years ago, maybe someone like Vince or someone in the back wouldn't have given him a second chance, or
Right.
even this, a first.
Right.
And now you're kind of seeing guys like, especially on NXT, with getting that chance and opportunity. So what does that mean for you guys as far as?
Well, it's awesome. It's a good feeling to know that finally that cats like that are cracking that glass ceiling, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? Like we've been doing this for a long time, and you do see Kevin Owens, and you're like, there's no way. I never thought they would put him on TV. I was like, there's no way he would survive on, in the big leagues, for lack of a better term. But like, his character and his personality and his ring work is amazing, and I'm glad that he's got that shot. So it's pretty awesome,
Then you guys got guys like Joe that've been doing it just as long, finally making that, getting that chance and opportunity. Yeah, he's done his TNA Ring of Honor thing, but what's he going to bring to the table at the next level,
Yeah, so, and it's cool because you got, along with those guys, you got people like, Evan Bourne and Delirious, and those are cats who came exactly where me and Outtkast came from, who, made it to that level. So it was good to see that they're finally starting to pay attention to what's really going on in the so-called wrestling streets and the talent that's out there.
So
You know what I mean?
Do you think maybe putting him on NXT is kind of like a hit to them, or how do you think?
You know what? And here's the thing about NXT, and I think a lot of the guys that are on that roster right now don't really consider it the minor leagues to the WWE. I think those guys are thinking like, we can make this our own brand and do our own thing, and they are doing it because they're starting.
That's what Hunter wants, pretty much too.
Exactly.
He's doing his own thing,
and they're starting to tour now. And I think what they
that-
want to do is be better than WWE. Now, of course, they're never going to get that big. I mean, well, you never know, never say never, but like, I think they're doing their own thing, and they're not really thinking about what's going on. Some of the guys are not thinking about until they get the call up.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna, I think it's awesome. Like I was just saying, like I don't really even watch Raw on the regular anymore. I watch NXT, one because I don't have 3 hours to waste, and two, it's a short show, and it's always going to be a good show, and they tell good storylines. It's awesome. They got really good talent down there.
When you got nonstop action instead of 20 minutes of promos,
Right.
Of course you're gonna draw more interest from people and everything. Cause, all right, you got somebody leading into a promo for 20 minutes. Oh, time to go to the refrigerator and make a sandwich.
Right,
just
exactly, yeah.
Like
Flip
they say
back
about
and
the
forth
Divas
in the
matches.
card, or flip back and forth in the Cardinals game, so.
Yeah, and so like even like on NXT, I mean they do cut promos, but like they're kind of short and sweet and to the point.
Well, yeah, because they only got an hour to do it. So I mean, the thing about it is like, and I know like if you, I'd say this like I know Vince, I'm gonna call him up, but like if you ask Vince or some of the guys who are actually running Raw, they probably prefer their show to be like an hour and 45 minutes. That's like the perfect time for a wrestling show. It is, because you can get stuff in, and then you cut your promos, and then you're done and out, and you leave them wanting more next week. But their problem is they got the networks. They're like, you need to fill up time, and so that's what they do. And I know it's a struggle, but it's just hurting the product in my opinion. It's watering it down way too much and making people not care about it.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, somewhere like around the third hour is kind of when it.
Yeah, it just falls up. You're just like, oh man, it's like I got so much stuff to do, not knowing 3 hours. The best way to watch it is if you like DVR it and fast forward through all the bull crap. So,
Or like I do on the treadmill, and you don't have to listen to anything.
all right, yeah,
Put your
that's true,
headphones on
too.
to your
You just
music.
watch the matches. Yeah.
So you guys are obviously independent wrestlers, indie wrestlers, whatever people want to call you.
Yeah.
And so for you guys, like, what was the initial like I want to do this for a living, or I just want to do this for fun? Like when was that? Like when did you realize that this was something you could do?
You want to start? You can go.
I always enjoyed, watching Superstars, whatever it was, on Saturday mornings, Saturday nights when I was a kid. I ended up not going to the military. People don't know that. I was enlisted in the Marines and ended up not going in for medical reasons, whatever. And MRW was running shows in Overland, and some of the guys, Caster, Dino Blade, went to the same tattoo shop as me and like check out the show. So I went, and they're like, "Hey, come train." Truck got stolen, blew my engine when it was found. So after paying all that shit off, a year later, I finally started training. But that was MRW was already done. Gateway started, so started training Gateway in January 2000, and been doing it since.
Next thing you know, you're sitting here in the Stratford every first Saturday of the month.
The hallowed grounds of Stratford Bar and Grill. Yeah, my story's a little different. Like I started watching wrestling back in the not early 80s, I guess late 80s, with my great grandmother down in Louisiana, and It was crazy, dude, because my great grandmother was like a God-fearing Christian, and she never cussed or anything like that until one night when Ted DiBiase pulled out a glove and hit like Terry Taylor in the head, and I heard her lose her mind, and she started cussing. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I went in, and she was watching wrestling, and I started watching that from then on. And as far as getting into the business, though, I never thought I would actually get into the business. I thought I could be a part of it, but I never thought I'd actually be a wrestler or a worker. I had went to a local show that a friend of mine had kept begging me to come to watch him wrestle. And I won't even say friend, I say acquaintance more than anything. But like he was always full of crap, so I really didn't ever believe anything he said until I actually did come out and check out a show when I saw what he did, and I was like, well, man, I think I could totally be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. But I didn't think I was going to wrestle. I just wanted to be a manager. And so I went down to their training center, and even managers got learned to take bumps. So I started doing drills and stuff. And like I think 2 or 3 days later, I had showed up, and one of the head trainers was like, "Yeah, so we don't want you to be a manager." And I was like, "Well, damn, who the hell did I piss off like already?" And they were like, "Nah, man, we want you to wrestle." And I was like, "What?" They said, "Yeah, you were doing drills better than half the people down here, and you're in a pair of jeans and some Timberlands." So I got started. It was 2003, October 2003. I had my first match with Ricky Rescue. I'll never forget that. And then I'd say a year and a half later, I got the Gateway, and it's been going on since then. So
you guys are talking about Gateway, and
Yeah.
like this is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I probably read about it,
Mhm.
but Gateway, like, is that where you guys met?
Yeah.
Gateway is like where Delirious, Evan Bourne, Mischief, Daisy Hayes, Dingo. That's where we all started out with Gateway Championship Wrestling.
Yeah,
Big Bad
Gateway
Band
was-
ran it.
Gateway was the top promotion here in St. Louis for
like
7
6-7
years
years, yeah.
running, and like if you watch St. Louis wrestling, indie wrestling, it was Gateway. You had, like you said, you had people like Billy McNeil, Mikaze, Nikki Strychnine, Corey Twist, Dingo, and like you said,
had
Delirious, all kinds of cats who
Had a
came
TV
from
show
there.
that we would tape once a month, 4 episodes in one night for a while. Ran shows.
I mean,
St.
yeah.
Louis, down in Cape Girardeau, Mount Vernon.
Yeah, they spread
different
out as
places,
wide as
yeah.
yeah. Like when you back in the day when you made it to Gateway, as far as the St. Louis independent wrestling scene, I'd say with the exception of South Broadway, but when you made it to Gateway, you felt like you made it. Like I said, just in the St. Louis scene.
What was that on Jericho's podcast? Rob was on saying that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
He did one indie show between ECW and going to WWE, and it was a Gateway
It was
show.
a Gateway, and that was Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that. Gateway brought in names. It was like one of the first people that brought in
Right,
like cool names. Rob Van Dam, Kid Cash,
Nova, Balls Mahoney,
New Jack, all those guys. Yeah, and you knew when you were going to go to a Gateway show, you were going to get your money's worth.
We did
they were,
for a while, once a month, adults F and only shows. Started off, trying to do 18 and older, both kids wanted to come. It was pretty much our hardcore shows.
Right,
You
right.
get something different.
yeah. So yeah, dude, if you guys ever get a chance, YouTube Gateway, dude.
Yeah,
Just
there's
say-
a Gateway fan page that I think Sean Vincent
Yeah, I
runs
think
that have
so,
started
yeah.
before. He might have stopped adding stuff to it, but there's
Yeah.
you find me when I actually had hair.
right. Like, man, you see us in singles competitions like before we actually became a tag team, and it was good times, man. I came in like probably almost the tail end, not really like the tail end, but I'd say maybe when
years,
Gateway,
yeah.
when Gateway was getting ready to go down, but like, it was cool, man. Like, that's where I really cut my teeth in this business, and I learned how to be a good, decent worker is through Gateway. So I'm proud to call that my school of hard knocks.
And how'd you guys come to be a team?
In Gateway, they had put me with several different people. It seems like I was always the guy that they were just putting up with different guys. I don't know why. Cass was a hardcore guy, we totally never were
Yeah,
even
I did, light heavyweight stuff. I was pretty much a jack
crazy.
of all trades.
Yeah,
whatever. I
crazy
can
ladder matches and
go out
stuff,
there
and
and
like it would bleed all
pretty
over the
much-
place, and that was just not my stick. That was not my gig. Like I think I tagged up with Jackal for a while, and they called us the 5-footers. And I know I tagged up with somebody else in there, but then they had put me and Cass together.
I think that was when they started the tag team tournament.
Yeah, right.
Belts,
It was like
that
kind of happenstance.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they really expected much from us as a tag team. They didn't even give us a name. I think I came up with a name, just like hey, just call us this, the Bummers Brothers. And I don't even think you liked it at first. You were kind of like, what? But,
I was like, what is that?
but like when we got in there, we started doing our thing, and it just clicked
You
and
got
it worked.
two personalities that are kind of different, but
Right.
gel so well together.
And I mean,
for,
the old Sam was like, he's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
for
but
years, I was a heel. I ran
Right.
with Nikki Strychnine, Mischief,
Right.
and Delirious, whatever. And then me and Nikki kind of had our thing, and we did a hardcore match where I ended up taking a power bomb from the top rope on the shoulders through the floor through a table with thumbtacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point, it was kind of the leader and follower type match. That instantly turned me face.
Right, yeah, and then you haven't been
became
heel
one of the
since.
biggest, faces, and he was one of the biggest faces, and we just kind of gelled together, and
Like, people didn't think anything was going to come out of it, but, like, it was just a natural thing that happened, and we didn't really have to try hard to do anything, and it was cool, man. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I've had many tag team partners before, but, like, nothing felt right. Nothing felt as right as that did when we first got together and started working. It was
we
really
go
nice.
out there and kind of be ourselves,
Right.
goofy but serious.
Right. Most definitely. It's fun.
Okay, so speaking of names, like, how'd you guys come up with your own names? Like, Shorty Biggs, Outtkast.
All right, you
Go
want to go
ahead.
first? Oh, me? Like, it's simple with me. I'm short and I'm big. So, like, people ask me all the time, and they look at me like I'm playing. I'm like, no, I'm Shorty Biggs. It's like I'm 5 foot nothing, and I'm 200 and something. So, Shorty Biggs, that's it.
It just works.
It just works. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I threw the Don Mega in front. I stole that from Ice Cube because he wasn't using it enough. So, but, yeah, just you see what you get when you get Shorty Biggs.
Mine pretty much was it WWF Attitude, the first video game where you can create your own players back on the original PlayStation.
Right, yeah.
I just made myself, and that was my name, and I'm like, well, that works. Because it's something like, when I sign kids, that's why I use the 2 T's, put, one on each finger, so that's why I started doing like that and everything, and everybody's like, why do you use that? Whatever, don't you know? And then I didn't know there was a rap group named Outtkast who, been
Right.
around then.
They had been
whatever,
around
but
for a second.
yeah,
Well, I had to school you in on stuff like that, right?
well, as soon as, Stankonia came out, I knew who
Right,
they were.
exactly.
Everybody knew who they were.
But the
then.
thing is, though, it totally works for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
you were that guy.
I am a person that I stand off from people, I keep to myself, whatever. I am kind of the outcast of a group, I blend in well and everything,
Yeah,
but
he does.
I, kind of keep my distance and am my own self in a way.
Yeah, when you first came out, man, your character, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was an outcast. It was
My debut, if you go watch GCW TV, find it. I sat in the balcony, did the balcony thingy, and for a month off of TV. And they're like, "Who's the guy in the crowd up there, or whatever?"
Was your hair blue at that time?
No, it was I think long and blonde maybe or black. I don't even
Okay.
remember.
I remember
where it was like really starting to thin out. Well, I did like it was like an office where we had a balcony. I did like a running dive off the balcony into the ring versus one of the jobbers, and that was my debut. I got my ring experience for like 6-7 months, whatever, working underneath the jobber mask just so I get ring experience. But
see, that's the thing
how
about it, dude. That's the craziness and all that stuff you used to do, man. Like, and when the people hear about that stuff, they never thought it's like, well, how do you two work? Like, he did this and you did that, and it doesn't seem like it would match well, but it does, and I'm thankful for it. To be honest with you.
Sometimes the things that you don't think are gonna work the best, turn out to be something.
Right.
Something that's good.
Right. That's what's up. Like, I don't know if Ben saw that or not, but
Ben had a lot of good ideas.
he also had a lot of crappy
yeah.
ones too.
I wasn't gonna
And you know
say
that, Ben. I love you to death, but you had a bunch of crappy ones. Print up some flyers that say WrestleMania on them.
Like, what? like, that is the
that's
biggest
like the biggest
show
thing
of
ever.
wrestling ever.
Yeah, he had a big show one time, and he called it like WrestleMania, and people were like, "Seriously?" And he was like, "What?"
Like, look what you just put on
And
the
then
flyer.
he goes, "Oh."
No, I mean he was on to something.
Yeah, he was so right. Yeah.
About 20-something years late.
Yeah, Ben was a good dude, man. Like, and he gave a lot of people in St. Louis breaks, and seriously,
He put everything, his whole life, into wrestling.
into
and
GCW.
Him
Yeah,
and Pete Madden are probably one of the two reasons why wrestling became what it was for a lot of people in the St. Louis
Yeah,
area.
like, and and don't get me wrong, like, you have Broadway out there doing their thing forever, and they're still doing it, and kudos to them. But the surgence of, I don't want to say the new school versus old school, but like, the next level of wrestling came out of,
Pete and Ben left
Pete and
Broadway,
Ben
started
left
MRW,
exactly.
and then MRW
Then
folded, and they did the Gateway, and it just...
finishes wanting, a top rope suplex. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if I could get over a top rope suplex right now, that'd be awesome.
You go watch some of the old Gateway shows.
Yeah.
Like, one of the staples of a lot of the shows and the adults fucking only shows was light heavyweight we did 5-way matches.
Right.
You always had like Billy, Dingo, Mischief, Delirious, Ryan Ash, me, Makazi, Nikki Strychnine.
And it was just the stuff that just, guys got in there and went balls to the wall,
And from the opening match to the main event, and that's how a show should be, every match is trying to out-top each other.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. You didn't have, all right, little, hey, let's do this, and,
you were like, go out there and top that. And that was the challenge. It was something cool that we did. It was a friendly rivalry that we always had between each other. And it was like, I'm going to go out there and outdo you. And it just showed out through the show. Like, it was awesome. It made good stuff.
And you get, Jerry Lynn, like, how main event, he's like, how am I supposed to top that?
Right, yeah. He'd get mad about it. Or New Jack, I remember he cussed out somebody one time.
No, that was a dumb, hardcore gimmick.
Yeah. He's like, how the hell am I supposed to
rubber
follow that
chickens
stuff?
and everything. Like,
So, but yeah.
So, what are your guys' goals for your careers going forward? Like, I mean, obviously, I guess every wrestler's dream is to be in the big leagues, but
Yeah.
I mean,
obviously, at our age, that's not going to happen.
Right.
I passed up opportunities because I was always a work first kind of guy.
Right.
I was making more money working 2 jobs and then being able, go out on the road traveling all the time. I had opportunities when TNA first started.
Yeah.
Invited to go down and do dark matches and everything from there, thanks to Delirious and
I remember
Matt
that,
Sydal. But I just kind of like, I'll just stay around here and do the thing here.
I didn't think about it. I mean, we both love this business, and we feel like we have something that we can add to it. As far as going like up north, if I was to go up north, they wouldn't have me on TV. I'd probably be in creative or something like that, which would be fine. I would love to do something like that. But like you said, like, and I got a family. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife and a 4-year-old daughter, and they come first in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do this as long as I can, but it's not gonna. It will never come before my family.
And obviously, looking at us too, we're not the so-called look that most top promotions are going to be looking for. So that kind of put a halt on things,
right? But you know what I'm saying. But like doing the things that we do, even on this level, we love. I mean, that's why we do it. It's we love this business, and however we can contribute to it, we'll keep doing it until we just can't anymore.
One day that's going to happen. You just start
One day. I don't know when.
We get getting up there in age.
Yeah, a little bit.
So when you guys aren't in the ring, what are you guys doing? What do you guys like to do?
These days, I just pretty much work and try to keep myself and my mind in shape. For years, obviously, I don't know if you've seen me years in the past, whatever. I wasn't in the best shape. I was in a bar drinking every night and partying, and something clicked. I'm like, I gotta change, and now pretty much I just try to take care of myself and work.
Yeah. Well, like I said, me myself, I got a wife and 4-year-old daughter, and I love spending time with them as much as I can. I do have friends and family. I do a lot of stuff with, vacations and stuff like that. I'm going to Mexico. Going to Mexico this week. Hang out with this dude when I can. Go to shows, concerts, Cardinal games, stuff like that. The normal stuff that St. Louisans do.
I've always been big in the St. Louis music scene. Friends with a lot of local bands and everything. So I, hang out with a lot of them. And not like I get too much anymore these days, but get older and things change.
Yeah, I think that's what I discovered too. Like coming up from high school, like I would hear all these bands, like local bands, and like I never really thought of them as like, what's the word, big. But like when you would go to their concerts, you like see like this really big buzz about them. I'm like, oh well, okay, I guess I'll check this out. And that's kind of like how I kind of found Dynamo Pro, which is
Right.
kind of where you guys are now. Is like
Yes.
my friend, he was like, you know what, you just kind of like you. It's like just come to this like indie show. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
What do you have to lose? And I'm like, I don't know. It's January. No, I think it was February. Yeah, it's February. It's cold. I'm tired. It's like, come on, it's just $10. So I was like, fine, I'll go. And so like I'm sitting front row, and I think actually, I don't know if you guys were on the card. I remember Shorty. You might have been in the tag team match.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so like from then on, I was like, well, I love this show. Like this is like amazing. Like it was like I don't have to like worry about going to WWE events. It's like
Right. You know, and that's awesome, and that's what we try to do. You know, like entertain, and we only want you to just come out once. Just come out once, and if you don't like it, that's one thing. But I guarantee you're going to see something on a Dynamo Pro show that you're gonna take back with you.
Yeah,
and be
there's
like, man, I gotta come
several
back.
other promotions, indie promotions in the area that, you know, they offer different things that Dynamo don't offer that some
Right.
people, you know, may prefer or whatever. Don't knock them, not gonna knock them, you know.
You shouldn't be just one. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, just because WWE is so big, like that's the only thing that
Right.
they'll watch.
You gotta
It
branch
shouldn't
out.
Be that
Yeah.
way.
We got to branch out and see what's going on. I mean, I say support. You know, I'm not, like I said, Cass is saying, we're not going to knock anybody. Support indie wrestling. Support your local wrestling. Support your local everything. Whether it's restaurants, bands, or whatever, your grocery stores and stuff like. Support local everything. But go out and check that stuff out, man. Like, you know, I go to other shows sometimes when I have a chance to, you know, to see what they got going on. I wish we all could work together in some sort of way and do like talent exchanges and stuff like that. I mean, I've worked for other promotions around the area too, but it always seems like something comes up where somebody's not happy about something, and it's just crazy. I just wish that ego could just be put aside, and a lot of politics crap just be put aside, because when it comes down to the workers, that's all we really want to do is just go out there and entertain and have some fun while we're doing it. And when all that red tape starts coming down and he says stuff's going on, it makes it really not fun for us. But you know, that is with everything. So
yeah. So you're speaking of St. Louis and like St. Louis wrestling, and like I know like a lot of other places like Philadelphia, sometimes New York, a lot more down the south like I think it's like what is it, Atlanta, Virginia, like a lot of those places like they get like a lot of the reputation for like wrestling.
right.
But St. Louis is like, you know, like they'll sometimes acknowledge like, oh, St. Louis, like Ric Flair wrestled
Right.
here, like whatever.
Right, yeah. St. Louis used to be the mecca of wrestling back in the day because we're centrally located, basically.
You got the Chase that was.
You had wrestling at the Chase, so you had people coming from Arkansas, Kansas. You had people coming from the surrounding areas to come here to see people like King Kong, Bruiser Brody, Harley Race, Ric Flair, Terry Funk. Like St. Louis was a huge wrestling city, and the NWA had a huge presence here. And you ask anybody, like you go ask some of the quote unquote old timers about St. Louis wrestling, and they'll tell you story upon story upon story about it. Like huge matches happened here in St. Louis back in the day. And,
I don't remember. I was around.
Oh, so I was right. No, no, but like you doing your research, yeah, you know, you listen to those guys. Like St. Louis has a vast, not knowledge. That's not the word I'm looking for, but a vast history of wrestling here. So it's good to be here. I mean, I know cats that have moved from areas to be in St. Louis, like today, right now. Because it's more of a centralized location, they can do other things. I don't know if you guys know ACH from Ring of Honor. Yeah, he's from Austin. He moved up here. Kyle O'Reilly, I believe,
Kyle O'Reilly,
moved
Davey
here.
Richards,
Davey
moved here
Richards,
from Tony Kazina,
Michael Elgin.
yeah,
All those
Elgin.
guys are moving. They moved here to St. Louis, and they're a part of what's going on too. You know, making everything around this area as good as it is.
It's a lot easier to come from St. Louis to Philly than going from like
Canada
Texas,
and
Texas,
Washington, and
yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think that.
I was wondering why that too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys like here, like I'm like, you guys are here, like when like how come I don't know this?
Yeah, well, the people are built from other places, so Actually, I think Kyle O'Reilly's actually built from St. Louis now, though.
Is he?
But yeah, I think ACH is still built from Austin, but it is what it is. So
Yeah, and like I don't mean to like knock other cities, but like
maybe it's just me noticing, but like St. Louis has like I don't want to say as like a smart wrestling audience,
Yeah.
but like we won't like boo or like we won't like disrespect something that doesn't work.
Right.
We'll just like kind of like be like it doesn't work, try something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can almost liken that to.
Philly sports fans, period.
Well, you know, Cardinals, like our Cardinals fans, like, or you know, like St. Louis fans, period. Like whether it be baseball or hockey or even for the Rams, although they're kind of pooping on the Rams
I
right
thought we
now.
disowned the Rams.
Well, yeah, I'm still hoping they stay because I just love football. But I just think it's just different, like because you go to Chicago, it's totally different up there. The fan base up there, as far as Philly, you know, where they've done so much in all of those areas, I think, and I think that the fans up there consider themselves a part of the show, as opposed to just sitting back and enjoying what you're seeing.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, you know, like
I'm just a spectator.
right, exactly. So I mean, and I get that. Like being part of a show is awesome. I mean, you pay your money, you can do whatever you want to do. We appreciate you being here, but sometimes if you just don't sit back and enjoy it, like what are you there for? You know. I remember going up to see a show in Chicago, a Ring of Honor show. Like this guy heckled, like the whole time. He just crapped on any and everything, and I'm like, well, why did you spend your money to even come here? Like, is there nothing that you enjoyed? Like, if you just sit back and stop trying to get yourself over, and just watch the matches, you probably enjoy yourself a lot more, and you felt like the $30 or $40 or whatever you spent was well worth it.
Well, that brings up like the time we went to SummerSlam. This was what, 2012 or 2013?
Yeah, it's 2012.
2012. Yeah. And we were standing in line. We got VIPs for CM Punk, and like we were excited. And there's like this guy, two guys in front of us,
Right.
who were like, they didn't even like CM Punk. They wanted to tell him off.
Right.
So they bought like $100, $50, $100, $200. I don't know how much it was. I think it was like $100 ticket just to meet him
to tell him off. Like, how sad is that?
And we're thinking like, who really won here?
Right,
He got the
exactly.
money.
I got your money. Well, I'm paid. You know, like I remember that's one thing I used to say in the ring when I used to work here, which is a long time ago. Nobody ever let me do that again. And that's the first thing I would say is like, "That's cool. You can say everything you want about me, but you spent your $20 and thanks for showing up. And when the show's over, I'm gonna take that money and go do what I want to do with it. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, and I think that's kind of a society kind of thing though. Right now, though, people just
Me.
people just want their 15 minutes regardless, and they'll do whatever they have to do to get it. I mean, like Paris Hilton is a millionaire because what is she good at? I still don't know, but she's a millionaire
Mooching
because
off
of
her
it.
parents.
Right? And the Kardashians and all those people, like, what do you do? And they just are millionaires from it. Like,
They'll tell you they're entrepreneurs, but really,
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
really.
it's just like business managers. Like, oh, we invested your money in this. It's like,
Exactly.
oh, okay.
Right.
Cool.
So, you know, and I think that's what a lot of people they're trying to figure that out right now. Like, how can I get paid a lot of money by doing nothing? I don't get that.
Doesn't happen often.
No, it
Like,
doesn't.
you see most annoying thing is just the stupid videos you see on the internet, lines
and
and
the
everything like.
YouTubes and stuff like that. Now, some of those guys out there, they're actually doing like in some of the YouTube channels and stuff like that. Like I found myself watching some of those things, but there are people that are actually out there, you know, getting out good information and stuff like that, and they're working their butts off and they put out a good quality product. But there's some people who just want to put on YouTube them hitting themselves in the face with a baseball bat, and I don't understand that. It's funny to me.
They think it's fun, I
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean,
Nothing funny about. I'm sure you've taken a baseball bat before, Cass. That's not fun, is it? Baseball bat? No.
The table with the thumbtacks probably was, but
Right.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that.
Did you get in trouble?
Oh yeah, we didn't.
You didn't tell Ben about it?
We didn't tell Ben about what
Oh,
we were doing there.
you gotta tell the promoter.
And it was a light crowd.
Oh man, so you did it for like, oh my goodness, yeah.
It was a light crowd, so.
That's one thing you'll never see Shorty Biggs do.
But the
is a hardcore
reaction, if you see the picture, I think I went on my Facebook page. The picture of everybody in the crowd, they're like,
yeah,
their
why
face is like wide open. You see me, the table, my feet in the air, table break, and it's just thumbtacks everywhere, and just everybody in the background. And you got security guard just sitting there with his mouth was like a donut.
So that's the thing about you, dude. Like, you put your body through so much stuff, and I don't know how you do it, bro. I commend you. It's just crazy. I don't know how you're walking right now, to be honest with you. You'll never see Shorty in a hardcore match. I did a tables, a couple of tables matches, but yeah, this guy takes all the hard stuff. I just go out there and smile as much as possible. Shake my hiney.
Oh god. And okay, so we're here like I don't want to say backstage at Dynamo Pro.
Right.
We're here in the building where like the show's held, and so GCW went down.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard, I'm not sure if it's true, that you were kind of the reason that Dynamo Pro is kind of like in existence right now. Like,
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that I'm the reason it's in existence. No.
well, you're a part of it.
Yes, I was part of when Dynamo Pro first came about. I was one of the first guys that was like, yeah, I'll be here. What happened was GCW kind of started faltering, and people were not happy with certain things, and certain people went their own way. And Jim and Crystal Yunt, who are awesome people, they didn't want to be out of the wrestling business, so they wanted to start their own thing. And I think they started out with Central States Wrestling, and ran a couple shows there as Central State Wrestling, but that was still kind of involved with another partner. And then they just wanted to do their own thing, and that's what Dynamo came about. And Jimmy, we talked about Ben and all the things he's done for St. Louis Wrestling. Jim and Crystal Yunt put their whole mind, body, and soul into Dynamo Pro. And it's amazing what they do, and it's amazing how they're able to pull off stuff, what they have. They're two great people. Hell, they are the godparents of my daughter. That's how much I love them and trust in them. And they gave me opportunities too, as well as Josh. When there was like nothing else really going on for either one of us. And we were like, yeah, whatever you need done, and we're going to be there for you. So, we try to call it, not really call ourselves the foundation of Dynamo Pro, but we're definitely probably cornerstones of it.
Yeah, there's him, Kennedy, Carrington, and Jackal.
Yeah.
Were, I guess, the four of the original, and Dingo, I guess.
Yeah, I think Dingo was.
I took a little break from wrestling for a while, doing the partying scene and having fun with my friends and bands or whatever. And it was like, no one is calling me or whatever. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna start coming back.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like maybe a year and a half I took off, whatever.
Yeah.
And
as soon as you came back, they put us right back together, which is awesome. I didn't even realize that until they said that the other night at the meeting, that because we just had at Dynamo, we had our 8th-year anniversary, which is awesome. We've been going on for 8 years. It doesn't even seem like it's been that long. But they made the announcement in the dressing room that I was like the only wrestler that had been there from day one. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. That's cool. But damn, that makes me seem old. So, but no, it's an awesome thing to know that you're a part of something that you love. I mean, I love Dynamo, as well as Cass. I know he loves Dynamo, and we'll do anything and everything we can to keep it going and see another 8 years, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot of good upcoming talent in that locker room.
Most definitely, man.
Have the luxury of Jim and Crystal having a gym that they go down there and train for, and Elgin has his training center out of there too.
Yeah, Michael Elgin has his training center out there too, at the Dynamo Pro Gym. Check it out. Come and check us out, Dynamo Pro Gym. If you want to learn how to wrestle and be a wrestler, or a referee or a manager, come down to Dynamo Pro Gym.
Look Dynamo Pro up on Facebook, and then they'll be able to give you directions how to get into the training center.
And get you up, man. I mean, you got cats who came from Dynamo Pro Dojo, like former heavyweight champion Mike Outlaw, current heavyweight champion Jake Durden, Keon Option, Justin Dier, all these cats, dude. And they're just on the cusp of what they are doing, and they're traveling all over the place, and they're working here and there, and they're getting better every day, and they all started with Dynamo, so it's a good place to be a part of, man. Just tell you that right now.
There's 2 rings in there that they can work out in. They got they do cardio with some conditioning and stuff, and there's a revolving door of people going in there that have been doing it in a while that go out there and train you and will learn you the ropes and teach you the right way of doing things.
Right. Most definitely.
it's our own performance center.
Right. Most definitely.
We don't have 7 rings. We got 2.
Yeah, we got 2 though, and one we don't like moving around. That damn thing is heavy.
So, man, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Choo-choo.
It's probably my fault.
There it goes.
I go on a tangent, dude. And I keep talking.
Have you guys ever had like a match like together, like versus each other?
No.
He don't want to get in the ring with me.
No, that's
what he
why
always says.
he's my partner, dude. I'm not attacking. You heard he went through like thumbtacks, dude. I'm not doing that.
If someone can punch me in the head and break their hand,
Yes, that is a true story.
Chaz Weston punched me in the.
We were in
I
St.
did-
Peter's.
No, it's a Mount Vernon.
No, it was in St. Peter's.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
St.
St.
Peter's.
Peter's
Yeah,
show.
St. Peter's.
He gets out in the ring.
I did a match versus Kevin X, loser leaves town table ladder chair match.
Right.
Loser leaves the company for 90 days, whatever. So I was out and came back premature, whatever. I went to the show, but I wasn't gonna be in a match, and then somebody had to back out, and they're like, "All right, well, lift your suspension so you can do the street fight."
Yeah,
And
the guy got
Chaz
in the
Weston
ring.
like would bring out, he had like those tack strips that they put on like the edge of your carpet, whatever, that you step on and they hurt your feet.
Right.
That thing is like, what do you bring that for? So we're right on the floor at the guardrail, just laying it in. And Chaz is an old school guy, so you can get pretty hot headed in there.
Yeah.
And we're just laying it at it, and he hits me in the head, and he's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "What do you mean you're done?" Like, he's like, "No, I'm done," and he just walks to the back like this.
He literally hit Cash in the head, looked at his hand, and said, "I'm done."
Broke these 2 bones
And
and hit a
walked back
lump
to the
in
back.
here. So I didn't know what was going on. I get a ladder, set it in the ring, climb on top of the ladder. I'm like, "Get your butt out here." So Ben, who is the owner of the company, comes out. He's like, "I'm afraid this match can't go on."
Well,
Chaz
he
is
said,
here.
he goes, sometimes in wrestling things happen, and Chaz Weston just broke his hand.
His
so
hand's
he can't
literally like
continue.
this. And I'm like, "I've been gone for 3 months, man. I came to fight." Ben's in street clothes, jeans and everything. I'm like, he's 6'6", 350 pounds. I'm like, "You get in this ring."
And at that point, you saw Ben's face go.
He's like, "Man," goes to the back, takes everything
He
out
took
of his
everything
pocket,
out
all
of
the
his
change and
pocket.
everything, and we had an impromptu hardcore match right there. Sometimes you just got to give the crowd what they want. There.
And they did.
Had
And
an
they-
impromptu hardcore match right
Which
there.
is another reason why I would not wrestle him. That's why he will always be my tag team partner. No, I think we had a match where it was kind of a not Royal Rumble style, but like people entered in at different times, and people thought they were slick, so they put us in there at the same time. So it was kind of every man for himself. We wrestled probably for about 2 minutes, and then the next person came in, and we gave our attention to them. So. Like a lot of people always want to see the good tag team split up and feud, but you never saw the Road Warriors split up.
No.
And not comparing ourselves to the Road Warriors, but I kind of liking that.
Like
with
you
me
said
and
earlier,
Cass
when you
have
got the
going
chemistry
on.
that we have, and
There's no reason to
enjoy
ever
being
break
around
that
each
up.
other, and
Yeah, there's no reason to
anything
ever
like that.
do anything with that.
the crowd loves us, the kids
Yeah.
love us. Yeah.
As a fan, I was a little worried a couple months ago when it was you two versus.
Was it high level interpret?
No,
it wasn't.
no, that was a good match too. But it was
Probably it might have been a Black Hand.
yeah, it was Black Hand Warriors because
Yeah.
there was some kind of like stipulation
Oh.
where if like
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys lost or something.
You
had
had
to
to break
break
up.
up.
Oh yeah, we had to break
I
up
was
the tag
filming.
team.
I was there. I was filming.
I'm sitting there
And
like,
I think you took a power bomb, and I was like, "This can't be it." Like, I'm filming. I'm like, I gotta stay focused. Like,
You dart your head
kick
around the
out.
camera. Yeah, right.
And
See,
then like Shorty Big, you just run in there, you're just like, "No." I'm like, "Oh my God."
I made the save. Yeah, see, and we could. I mean, if we wanted to, that's something we could do. But I don't think either of us really want to, and I don't think that's what the fans want either. So why do it? You know, there's no reason to
Keep riding
to
the
do that.
train.
Keep riding that train until we're riding till the wheels fall off, man. Yeah, I love this cat, dude. Love him to death.
Put as much grease on that shit and just keep going.
Do you guys see like a future like championship win in your horizon?
It better. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, man. Like we haven't had those.
Like you
I
guys
tell you
were
what.
this close to beating Black
We
Hand
were.
Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the longest reigning, two-time
Yeah, 22
longest
months.
reigning, 22 months.
I think Travis just likes dodging us.
Yeah, down above pro tag team champ. We held him for the longest. We held him twice. And Travis, man, he's going to do anything and everything he can to keep those belts off of us. But he better keep his head on the swivel because
Now he's got a lawyer running around with a briefcase
Yeah.
with contract papers in him. Like,
when
nope,
you
nope,
know,
nope.
keep your head on the swivel, Travis, because when it's all said and done, we're always in the running, and we can get those tag team titles back. But you know, like I know that Black and Warriors got their hands full right now with Justin Dier and Keon Option. So I don't know. I don't care who wins those belts, but eventually they're coming back home to where they belong.
Not only were we the longest reigning, 22 months, but look how long it took us to get them because of they were stolen from us. And
Right. Like, so I don't know, you guys might not know this or not, but when we won the belts back years ago, and then we never had them because they were stolen from us. So,
we had to play chase to our belts.
That were rightfully ours.
Yeah,
for
right
the
for
longest
ours, and
time.
we ended up doing a
best I
two out of
guess
3 tables match against
it was the First Church of Carrington.
Yeah.
And then the 2 out of 3 falls table. Yeah, so like what Dean Ambrose did with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
We did that for like a year almost. Like they had our belts. We were the champs, but they had our belts for like a year, and we finally said, well, you know, let's go ahead and put it all on the line. 2 out of 3 tables match, and we actually got them back. And then I think they probably took them from us again that later. It's crazy. It's always with the chase for us. Always in the chase.
So, like, Oscar brought up high-level enterprise earlier. Would you guys ever go overseas and wrestle? Or?
If I had the opportunity,
if the opportunity presented
yeah.
itself, yeah, why not? Yeah, it would be cool to do
If it was
that.
all-inclusive pay where it didn't have to come out of my pocket.
Right. That's another thing about it. You know, it's like, you know, I think those guys are being taken care of over there. I think they are, which is cool. That opportunity doesn't come to a lot of people, though. You know, a lot of times you can get over there, but then you got to fend for yourself once you get over there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, if Noah came knocking at our door,
Yeah, I had
honestly,
an opportunity, years
It-
ago, like, hey, you want to go there? I'm like, yeah, it's going to cost you $2,000. I'm like, nope, I ain't going to pay for
Yeah,
that.
see, that's, you know, back then, like when we first started coming in, there were certain opportunities like that, but you had to fend for yourself to get over there, and then you also had to prove yourself that you should stay there. So, you know, like neither one of us are like millionaires or anything like that. So, you know, you can't do that. But those guys went to the proper channels. I mean, they
Harley's
for Harley
camps
race
and
or
everything.
Harley's camp. And
Noah guys
that
came
Noah
in.
guys came over and seen it and brought them over. So I think it's awesome that happened for them.
Same thing
I
with
know
Durden.
it happened.
That's how Durden
happened
got
with
over
Durden.
there.
I think that's a good thing for him, and you know, hopefully it happens with some more Dynamo guys. You know,
Because-
maybe see the Black Hands over there one day, or
Last week of August is Harley's camp. You know, Noah's going to be there. Flair's going to be there. And yeah, I'll promote, you know, WLW and Harley's camp.
yeah, exactly, because they do good things for the wrestling community.
Yeah,
So
That's one show that I haven't seen yet that I want to.
they
Yeah,
have,
if you
they're
guys
out in
get a
Troy
chance.
now, so they do.
yeah, if you
they
guys
do
get
it
a
out
chance, go
there.
check them out. It's a different style, a lot slower pace for the most part, but they like it like that, you know, and they give their fans what they want. So sometimes I need a slower pace.
All right, so okay, we're kind of winding down now, and we usually ask this like question, like it's like a 3-parter.
Okay.
So it's like, who's your favorite like current main roster WWE superstar, or NXT, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Ring of Honor star, and who's like your favorite indie star?
Okay.
So
We
all
used to
three.
say TNA, but they're kind of going down.
Yeah. That's all good. You want to go first?
Honestly, I don't watch much wrestling. I'll catch it here and there. Things I've seen in NXT, you know, Baylor, you know, I you know, done a couple shows with Generico or one show, whatever. I always like what he's done.
We've done stuff with him.
You know, it's,
He was a
Ring
cool
of Honor
cat.
isn't really my thing. I have my quirks about it,
Yeah.
but
They do so
you know,
much.
yeah, it's just
They do a lot. It's good.
they got a lot of great talent. I want you know, a lot of athletic guys and guys to go out there and work their ass off. But as far as my favorite, I couldn't even tell you.
Okay.
Who's your favorite main roster guy? You got a favorite main roster
Main
guy?
roster
don't you?
guy.
Yeah. Just throw a name out there.
I like from what I've caught. You know what Seth's been doing, and
Yeah,
you know,
he's got some pretty good stuff.
I think Roman's got a lot of
He's got a
steam
lot of
ahead
potential.
of him. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
potential ahead
a lot
of
of
him.
potential that guy does.
If they keep him on the right track, don't kill him like and hurt him like they have Ziggler. Ziggler's a great worker, you know, out there, but
He won't slow down, though.
They keep burying him, you know. They bring him so far up, and Ryback is going to be. If they keep it the way he's going and everything, he's going to be something in the very near
Well,
future.
they're finally giving him.
Yeah.
Giving him
I
more
never really
opportunity.
liked him, and then what pay per view was that? Not Money in Bank. Was it the
Elimination Chamber.
No, the one before that, the Backlash or the one
The one
after,
right after Mania?
The one after Mania.
Okay, yeah. Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I guess it was Extreme Rules. He had the best match on there.
Did he?
Or-
I didn't see that.
I think, was it Extreme Rules or the one after
It might have
that?
been. Well, he had a good match on the belt. He had the best
Lately,
match on the
he's been
show.
doing good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
What-
like we've gotten a chance to meet him a couple times now, and he's probably the most humble guy you can meet.
That's awesome.
Well,
You know,
it
that's
was the match where he took the senton off of when he was on the floor. Took the senton right on his
Oh,
junk.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
For
yeah,
Bray
yeah,
Wyatt. Yeah, that was that dude.
That was probably the best match on that
on that
show.
card. Yeah.
Was it Extreme Rules or was it?
It might have been. Might have
think
been.
it was Payback.
Yeah, it's payback.
Might have
It's
been,
payback. Yeah.
Because I remember Extreme Rules. What I took from that pay per view was Roman Reigns versus Big Show. They'd done it so many times. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to see this. But then it started, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is a pretty good match.
Right. Right.
And I don't even remember what else was on the card because I really loved that match.
Right. I guess me. Ring of Honor guy. You guys just said Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
I really like what Jay Lethal's doing right now, as far as like his mic work and his character. He's come like a long way, man, and like his promos are awesome. The whole angle about him being the real
Ring of
champion,
Honor
ring champion, like I mean, it hasn't been stuff like that hasn't been done in a while. And kudos to their people who are putting storylines like that together. Delirious, awesome dude. I really like what he's doing, and great heel, and like I said, his mic work is awesome, and he's come so far. Indie guys, period. Like you said, TNA includes in that. I don't know, man. You know, I'll go ahead and put. Well, no, it's a Ring of Honor guy too. Why not?
Just throw Davey Vega in there.
Yeah, that dude, Davey Vega's awesome, dude. I love Davey Vega. He's great, yeah. Davey Vega's awesome. Jake Durden's awesome. I'm gonna talk about my guys, dude. You know, Mike Outlaw's awesome. Those guys are great, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, like, I'm always amazed by different guys on the indie scene all the time, dude. And so, to pick a favorite one would probably kind of just, you know,
So many,
cheat myself.
yeah,
Like,
thousands of
yeah,
promotions.
so that Dalton
Yeah.
Castle guy, he's pretty awesome. Yeah, but then main roster guy, I think I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt, dude, because I wish they would do something more than what they're doing with him. Like he's got a curse because he has the ability to make other people look good, and he does a very, very good job at it. But at some point, it's not gonna keep working for him because he's gonna fall. I think they need to put some hardware on him and let it keep him for a second so they can, you know, keep him good. I mean, he's fallen into the whole Tito Santana realm where, like, you know, like he's gonna be the guy that you work with before you go to work with the top guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's way more talented than that. You know, I think he can be a top guy. But, you know, once again, he doesn't look like he's got a dad bod. I think that's what they're calling it now, dad bods.
That's beyond a dead bod.
Yeah, so, but, you know, I don't know. I think his promos are great. Sometimes they can go on a little bit, but I think he has a lot of talent, untapped potential that, you know, they just haven't seen yet. So, those are my people.
All right, well, guys. Well, thank you for sitting down with us and, you know, discussing everything.
Thanks for having us, man. I hope it was all right. I hope we didn't.
I had fun.
drone on about. I had a
I
good
didn't know what to
time.
expect.
Yeah.
I had fun. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Good time.
I hope it was. Thanks for.
You
I've
guys
never
are-
done a podcast, so.
Yeah. You guys are our first guests.
Oh, awesome!
So-
See, we did that, dude. We
Yeah.
busted the cherry. That's great. Right.
I mean,
Fruit
like,
cherry.
we were having trouble thinking up of guests, like, because we were like, well, should we do one person? And then he was like, let's do Outtkast and Shorty Biggs. And I was like,
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. And like seriously, contact any of the Dynamo guys, dude. I'm sure they'll be more than willing to sit down with you if they have a chance to. I know Jake Durden's a pretty good interview.
Yeah.
He's a real good interview. And
Ricky.
Ricky Cruz. Hey, man, we've got to mention Ricky, dude. Ricky's an awesome guy. Yeah, Ricky.
Talented. Look
Talented,
what he's
dude.
doing. The belts he's going, going to Mexico. He's going back to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, dude. Hit any of those cats up, man.
yeah.
They'll be more than willing to sit down with you, man.
And he's done it with everybody, you know.
Yes.
So
He's
he
worked
has a
with the
wealth
best.
of knowledge when it comes to wrestling.
He's worked the best of the best down in Mexico, man.
Yeah, I think the one match from Ricky Cruz that stands out for me was, I think it was not this last show, it was like 2 shows ago. It was him and Espinoza,
Yeah.
and like they just tore the house down. Again, I was filming. So,
Yeah.
and that's the one thing I hate. It's like
When you're filming, you're
I'm
like,
filming.
ah.
I'm like, no, can I just be a fan?
Well, I know Dynamo appreciates you filming though. Yeah. So yeah, dude. Another 2 good talents, Brandon Espinoza and Ricky Cruz, dude. It just seems that when you
Brandon
talk
had
about,
his shots too. He's done dark matches for WWE.
he worked down
and,
in
gone on
Ohio Valley for a
OVW
while.
and-
Yeah. I know he's done stuff for Ring of Honor too. So yeah, dude, it's so funny. Like when you keep mentioning names, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's awesome too. That guy's. If we missed anybody in Dynamo, we love you guys. We're just getting old and forgetting names, so don't hate on us.
Too much.
Right? Yeah, you got hit in the head too much. That's true.
All right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure sitting with you guys, and hopefully we can have you on the show again sometime.
Yeah,
Well,
let
most
us know.
definitely, just hit us up, man. We love doing it, man. It was
We'll bring
good
some
times.
pizza or something.
I asked you guys if you wanted something. I could have got you something maybe, but that's how it goes.
So where can the people find you? On Twitter, Instagram? Even?
Yeah, my Twitter gimmick. It's Shorty Biggs, 2 G's, 314.
I gotta open my phone and double check what mine is.
Yeah, at Shorty Biggs 314. Hit me up. That's the best way.
My
to
Twitter
get
is
me.
at @BRB_Outtkast with 2 T's. That's BRB_OUTTKAST.
Yes, hit us up. We love talking to fans, and tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, and maybe we can fix it. Yeah.
So follow those guys. I mean, they're amazing. You guys are amazing.
Well, thank you. You guys are amazing for sitting down and putting all this together, man. And this big microphone, I'm so jealous. I want a big microphone like that.
Yeah, it was like
Just for this interview.
See,
drawing me in the whole time. I like
Exactly.
I like shiny things.
He was like, should we get a microphone just for like our first
we
interview?
christened the microphone.
I was like, no, it's too much, man. Like, you're already in debt.
Hopefully I don't sound as bad as I do in the ring on the microphone.
I think you sound fine on the microphone.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you.
All right.
All right, guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this exclusive interview. I didn't feel like it was an interview. I felt like it was a conversation. And such insight those guys have on so many things knowledgeable about just the industry itself. I had a fun time just getting to know these guys. And Ray, what do you have to say?
Definitely down to earth guys. I mean, I think that proves to show when you watch them live at Dynamo Pro, or if you're lucky enough, like we were, to get to meet them and sit down and have a conversation with them.
They're nice guys, and they really do care.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. And as always, my name's Oscar. You can find me on Twitter at OscarRendon429 or on Instagram at TheOscarRendon. That's TheOscarRendon, TheOscarRendon. And you can find Ray
On Twitter at DunsTheMuns. That's DunsTheMuns. Well, I think that about wraps it up for today. And
We had a fun time. We can't wait for the next one. Who knows who we'll have on the show? Why don't you guys tweet us at OnTheRopesSTL? Tweet us who you want to see, or not see, but who you want to hear on this podcast next time. Is it a Ricky Cruz, a Jake Durden, a Brandon Espinoza? Maybe you want to hear more from Shorty Biggs and Outtkast. Who knows? I mean, we love to hear your reaction, your support. So let us know on the Twitter. And who knows? Maybe we might just get that guest just for you. All right, guys. Thank you for listening.